Jonesboro, this is meteorologist Tim Root with your KLEK 102.5 forecast. 60-70% chance of showers and thunderstorms today and tonight. Partly to mostly cloudy skies developing, and the temperatures in the mid to upper 80s during the day, low 70s tonight. More clouds, more showers and thunderstorms planned for Thursday, and the high temperature in the mid to upper 80s. Friday, partly to mostly sunny near 90 with a less chance of rain. Educate, entertain, and empower. We're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. Former Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak's been charged with money laundering. Russians and Georgians are marking 10 years since the Russia-Georgia conflict, which saw Moscow take control of 2 territories in Georgia. Former UK Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson is facing calls for him to be kicked out of the Conservative Party over remarks he made about the burqa. And former sprinter Usain Bolt will link up with the Australian A-League club, the Central Coast Mariners, as he aims to become a professional footballer.
It's 9:01.
Community Conversations is brought to you by Arkansas Early Learning, offering no-cost childcare in Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas. Applications at arearlylearning.org.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday to you. I hope that you're having a great start to your day. You're tuned into Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Quabila Jones, and my special guest today is Miss Brandi Hodges from the Craighead County Jonesboro Public Library. Finally said without tripping.
You're doing great.
So thank you so much for joining us today, Miss Brandi.
Thank you for having me.
And I just want to give a shout out to the library. They are all over town this summer. Anyone that's having an activity, they are there. Brandi and what's the other lady's name that was with you?
Miss LaTanya.
They were at the Parker Park Community Center on Saturday. They had a table set up, giving out supplies for the back to school bash that was hosted by BP and Black Professionals Network. And tell us a little bit about that experience.
It was a wonderful event. So Miss LaTanya, she works in circulation. So if you come to the library, you probably have seen her before. She's over circulation. And then Miss Sloan, one of our children's librarians, they were there for the back to school event. And back to school events, we were an hour in maybe, and Miss LaTanya turns and says, we got to bring 4 people next year because they are so busy, because there's so many families out there that need that service. They need that free backpack full of supplies, or, you know, really that outlet. It was a lot of fun. Kids get that, you know, last hurrah, if you will, before school starts. They get to get in there and they have bouncy house fun. At our table, they got to pick out if they were first grade and up, because those are the grades that teachers have told us that kids start needing folders. And they got to pick out a folder. We had 6 different colors. And they got to use stamps. I bought some emoji stamps and the kids just loved them. Some stickers, and I had markers and crayons, and they got to decorate their folder however they wanted to. Even if it's just a folder they take their homework back and forth to school in. It's just a folder that they can have, and it can be used for whatever. We just like to try to do something to help.
That's awesome.
You know, we can't do much, but if we could do just a little bitty thing to get kids excited, and I always loved getting to decorate my own stuff. So, colors, but they had a lot of fun. We saw over 400 people, children and adults.
My goodness.
Between 10 a.m. and noon. It really started slowing down, you know, noon to 1 o'clock, but we saw a lot of people. And it was, most of those people came through within the first 2 hours.
Awesome.
We didn't even know 2 hours had passed because we were so busy. But we gave out pencils and bookmarks and the folders and information about the library, which is always important to let people know that we're there for them. If you need a place to study, or, you know, we offer after school activities for kiddos like Legos and weaving and just different after school activities, not school related, just to let the kids let loose a little before they have to go do their homework. So it was a great event. We had a lot of fun.
I know something else that I don't know if you got to see this. There was some different groups giving out books.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yes, there were several businesses around town that did a book collection in return for the individuals being entered into a drawing to win something from the business. And so I saw people bringing in boxes and boxes of books.
That's a good idea.
So while they were getting backpacks, they were getting a book based on, I guess, their age or grade. Just some extra reading material.
That's great.
Yes.
Because, reading for assignments is necessary. It's something that we all have had to do. But, just allowing that child, like maybe 30 minutes a day or 15 minutes a day, we're like, read something for fun. That builds language skills because they're reading words maybe that they've not. I was that kid who would read a book and be like, what does this mean? And so I would pull my dictionary out. But that's how you learn.
Yes, ma'am. Most definitely. We want to say good morning to Miss Chelsea Chapman and Debbie Gist Johnson. Thank you all. And whoever else is watching us now, thank you for checking in. And remember, go to the library. We're going to plug this all day long. Me and Brandi are going to tell you all day long, or this whole hour, rather.
Hey, I'll tell you all day long.
Go to the library. Oh, I do want to ask. I know that you were kind of short-staffed, but did anyone inquire about a library card on Saturday?
Not really.
Okay.
It was so fast, and we were great. The three of us, we made it work, and we were great. It's just, it's so busy that we think that next year we might bring another person, but that's great. That means we had a great turnout. That means the event was a super big success. But we didn't really have folks ask about library cards.
Okay.
But we didn't bring the information to do library cards either, because we know that events like that are so fast and so warp speed and so single target minded. People know what they're there for and know what they're doing, and we didn't have anyone ask about library cards. However, anyone who's ever interested in getting a library card, you have to be a Craighead or Poinsett County resident to qualify to get full library access, which means 20 checkouts at a time on your library card. You get, in addition to that, 4 or e-audiobook checkouts through our Libby or Access 360 services, as well as 6 music downloads a week.
And all you need is a valid ID.
A valid ID, a photo ID, like a driver's license. If your driver's license, maybe you've moved recently and it doesn't have your current address on it, bring in something that does. So if you've moved and your address says Batesville, maybe you moved over from Batesville, or maybe you just moved locations in Jonesboro or from Poinsett to Craighead or Craighead to Poinsett. Just bring in something that shows your current mailing address, a lease or a piece of mail, anything like that, and we can get you a library card. It takes maybe 3 minutes. Maybe. It's really a quick process. If you see us out and about, for example, next Thursday at a Live After 5, hosted by the Downtown Jonesboro Association, from 5 until 8 o'clock, we'll be down there. And if you see us, we will have the information to get you a library card at an event like that one. We'll do a craft. We'll hand out information about the library, as well as we'll be doing library card signups. So you can get a library card there. You can stop at 315 West Oak Avenue. You can go to any of our 7 branches that we have located in Craighead and Poinsett counties. And it's the same library card. If you live in Lake City, if you live in Caraway, if you live in Lepanto, if you live in Mark Tree, Wiener, Harrisburg, it's the same library card. You can use it at any of those locations.
All right. You're tuned in to Community Conversations, and I'm speaking with Ms. Brandi Hodges from the Craighead County Jonesboro Public Library. You all out there, everyone, adults and children, need to please go to the library. There's so much to do than just read books. You can check out movies, as you mentioned. You can download music. How many downloads?
It's 6 a week. So
6 downloads a week.
It's 24 a month? I mean, that is insane. And I like to point this out, coming up, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, so we're about a week and a half away, we have an Elvis concert at the library. If you're wanting to get ready for the Elvis concert, you can check out DVDs of some of Elvis's movies. You can check out CDs. Also, you can use a service we have called Freegle, which is what you were just speaking of, the free downloads. And when I say free, I'm not saying you can borrow it for a little bit. When you download music through the library through Freegle, it is yours.
Okay.
And I have downloaded Elvis from there before, so I know that he's on there. Anyone who's a Sony artist is included in the free Freegle music downloads, and it's easy to do. You can go on our website, www.libraryinjonesboro.org, and go to eMedia, and then in the eMedia drop-down menu, you can click Download Free Music, and that will take you to the Freegle page. You will put in your library card number, which is the long number on the back of your library card. It starts with a 23563. And then your PIN number is the last 4 digits of your phone number. Okay. So if you don't remember, maybe you changed phone numbers and you don't remember what phone number you signed up with, you can always stop by or call the library and we'll change that number for you.
Okay. And now with the downloads, can you do it on a mobile device?
Exactly. That was my next thing. You're so good. So there is an app called Freegle that you just go to your app store and you can download it. It is blue. And it is like free and legal were smushed together. So it's FREEGAL. And I'm just opening it on my phone. And when you log in, it will it'll ask for your where you live and for your library card number. Just those are just things that we require because you're using your library card to access.
And the app looks like it's a blue box with a little music note.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, it is.
Okay.
But you can go in there and you can download to the app. So the way this works with that, I like to use it on a regular computer.
Okay.
Because you can download it on the regular computer and then you can transfer it to your iTunes and then upload it to your phone.
Oh.
But if you download it through an app, which I've done before, I have some stuff downloaded right now to my phone, it's just in the app on your phone.
Oh,
you can't transfer it anywhere.
Okay, so
that's just it's a way to get it to other places.
Okay.
But I really have enjoyed doing it, and there's lots of artists on there that are popular. Mm-hmm. One Direction, I don't know if they're still popular or not, but Pink, Justin Timberlake, Adele, Sony artists. Okay. And so their music is available for free on the Freegle website. So that's one of the services that we offer it's just straight out yours once you download it. We have 2 other digital services that we provide for all library card holders. One of them is one we've spoken of before, Libby.
Yes.
I know you and I both use Libby.
Yes.
It's formerly known as Overdrive. Overdrive is the parent company, but the app is called Libby. So for listeners out there that still perhaps have the Overdrive, I did up until about 2 or 3 months ago, have the Overdrive app on your phone, we encourage you, go ahead and delete that one because the company, Overdrive, it's like the umbrella company over the corporation, is no longer updating that app.
Okay.
So when things don't work on it or need to be updated on it, they're just not doing that anymore because they developed this new app called Libby. And I was reluctant, as I always am, to try new things. But I finally downloaded Libby, and it's amazing.
Okay.
I love Libby because it's so much more user-friendly than Overdrive, the app, ever was. What I also like about it is it maintains the titles that you've checked out. So oftentimes, as example for yesterday, I was asked a specific genre, fiction. I like to read young adult fiction.
Okay.
And I really like to read historical fiction.
Okay.
So it's real, but the background of the story is made up.
Okay.
It's set in a real, and one of the ones we had read recently was called Front Lines. And it's as if women were drafted during World War II alongside men. And that didn't happen, but as if. And so I was asked about some good historical fiction for teens yesterday. I was like, I can't remember the title, but let me get Libby open.
Okay.
And it saves those titles for you. You also choose if you want to check out for 7 or 14 days. You can put things on hold. The difference between this and Freegle, however, is that these are not yours to keep.
Okay.
They have those 7 or 14-day checkout periods, and then unlike books or DVDs or CDs or magazines or anything you check out physically, these automatically return themselves.
That's awesome.
So no late fees, no what I do. Oh my goodness, I left that book in my cart again and didn't get it returned to the library. You know, you don't have to worry about that. However, if you're not finished with your book and it automatically returns, you might be sad.
Okay.
But if there's no one else on hold for it, you can re-download it. If there is someone else on hold for it, you can put yourself on hold.
Okay.
And when it comes in, anything you have on hold automatically checks out to you. And if you were on chapter 37 of or 40 chapters in a book, you don't have to try to remember where you were, because when it re-downloads onto your device, it opens where you last were located in your book, which I think is my favorite part of the app, because I had no idea. I was listening to the very popular Hamilton biography that was made into the musical. It's very long. It's a very long book. It's good, but it's a very long book. And I was worried about how am I going to know where I was? And it just started playing, because I listened to the audiobook.
Okay.
It just started playing where it left off. And I was like, well, how about that?
That is awesome.
In addition to Libby, which is primarily for listeners and readers who are young adults and adults, there are some kid titles on there, but not that many. And so our children's librarians and our director, David, really got to looking at that, and they were like, we really need something for kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this doesn't have it, and we really love this, but we need something that helps the kids out.
Yes,
and so in the last year, we have added a new service called Axis 360. It's AXIS 360.
Okay.
And it is titles for tiny children. It's storybooks. It's easy readers for when the kids are still reading storybooks, but these have more words.
Okay.
They're easier for young readers. We also have juvenile fiction and nonfiction, so it's like from 0 up to 12 years old is what these titles are. So they're available for anyone who has a library card. You and I, we could check those titles out. Children who have library cards, they can check those out. However, we wanted to do something more. And so we are offering the local schools backdoor access to these books. So you and I have access with our library cards. We started with the Nettleton School District, and we're moving in to other school districts. We're just doing it gradually to get everyone set up, because we also, Nicole, who is our education specialist at the library, she's going into the different schools and training the teachers and the librarians so they know how to work with the students. But so everyone understands how it works is the library has backdoor access in that we set the checkout periods. We say this is how long you could check this book out, and we provide the way you check it out with your library card and all of those things. We are providing the school that same type of thing. However, the library, we never look to see what Brandi is reading, because privacy issues, that's not any of the library's business what we're reading. So the schools, however, these are their students, and so they can check in. They have that backdoor access. So the schools are given codes. They give codes. We don't give them to them. They create basically a library card number for their students, and the students are able to use their student ID, for example, to check out books through the library, but through the school. And so it's the same title. Say it's Black Beauty, and you want to read Black Beauty, and you've already checked it out. Well, that title will not be available. So we like to say we didn't buy these titles specifically for different classrooms. We bought them for everyone. We're just giving the schools backdoor access. So say Timothy is reading Black Beauty for school, and Mrs. Smith needs to know where Timothy is. Or Timothy says, I'm on chapter 9, Mrs. Smith. And Mrs. Smith is like, that was awfully fast, Mr. Timothy, since you're a slow reader. She can see how fast he flicked through those pages to see if it's something just being flicked through or how long is being spent on a specific page.
Wow, now that seems like it would be very beneficial for teachers who need to kind of evaluate their students.
Exactly.
And how to develop a plan or lesson plan for them, or what type of information to put together for their parent to work with them on. Okay, your child reads at this speed and this level. Let's try XYZ with, that is really wonderful that it has all of these parameters that teachers can use that will hopefully help them teach their students better, help them be more successful students.
And we hope that people take advantage of Access 360, because I was looking through yesterday because Miss Nicole and I were at a event at ESU. It's an early education conference.
Okay.
And I was showing Access 360 to some of the teachers, and there are audiobooks on there where if your child is learning how to read, a lot of times, I did this as a kid, but I had a little tape cassette. It was the 80s. It was a little cassette player. It was great. But my parents would buy me these kits that was the book and then the audio cassette.
Oh, wow.
So I could read along and know what the words were.
Okay.
I could, even before I knew how to fully read, I could look through the pages and listen to the audio cassette. And so that's wonderful about this service. You can check out the book from the library if you want to, the physical book, and then you can download the audio book through Access 360, and then you guys can listen to it and look at the words together, and that can help children learn how, of course, reading out loud to your child will accomplish the same thing, but if they're, wanting that little bit of independence of being able to listen on their own, this is a great service. And it's also wonderful just for kids. So many kids have devices like an iPad or a Kindle or a cell phone that their parent will let them play for, even if it's a half hour a day or 15 minutes a day that they're able to use that. Maybe they could use that time that they get to read a book.
All right. You tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're speaking with Ms. Brandi Hodges from the Cricket County Jonesboro Public Library. I hope that you're taking notes and going to download these different apps and things that are available to you to help your child, or maybe you become a better reader, better learner, whatever the case may be. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Are you equipped to protect your child from stress? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. A recent study from the University of Florida revealed that major childhood stresses like divorce, exposure to substance abuse, and economic hardship have an almost immediate negative impact on a child's health. So, what can you do? First, protect your child from the stress of divorce. Sometimes divorce is beyond the control of a spouse. However, there are times when couples all too quickly buy into the myth that we fight a lot, so the children will be better off if we just split up. Arguing isn't ideal, but divorce can be worse. Second, protect your child from the impact of substance abuse. You can hide that abuse from some, but not from your kids. So get help before it hurts. Remember, your family first.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Family Minute is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a non-profit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
The Black Professionals Network of Jonesboro was incorporated January 2013 with the mission of creating networking opportunities and to create community presence in the Jonesboro area. BPN is a diverse group of professionals established to make Jonesboro an ideal place for people of color and operates under the 4 pillars of Live, Learn, Lead, and Link. BPN meets the third Thursday of every month. More info, Black Professionals Network on Facebook and bpnjonesboro.org.
The McDaniel Law Firm, 400 South Main Street in Jonesboro, is a firm believer in justice and equality for the minority community. The McDaniel Law Firm has fought for our rights for over 44 years. The McDaniel Law Firm offers legal help for wrongful death as well as trucking and automobile accidents. Bobby and Brett McDaniel are available for a free consultation at 870-336-4747 or at www.mcdaniellawyers.com.
The Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated was established on June 28, 1997 by 13 dynamic women who accepted the challenge and honor of chartering the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter. Today, the chapter continues to impact the Jonesboro community by sponsoring programs such as the Sonia D. Williams Scholarship Breakfast, Back to School Bash, Disaster Preparedness, Delta Academy, Empower African Girls, and Autism Awareness. Our focus correlates with the national theme, uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. Our chapter supports Delta's 5-point programmatic thrusts: economic development, educational development, international awareness and involvement, physical and mental health, and political awareness and involvement. More information about the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated is available at www.jonesboroalumnidst.org or via email jonesboroalumni@live.com.
We at KLEK would like to extend a sincere thank you to all of our underwriters and sponsors. If you would like to sponsor or underwrite our programming and help us to educate, entertain, and empower the community, our number is 870-203-9951. Our email address is klek1025fm@gmail.com. The website address is klekfm.org. Again, thank you for listening.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm speaking with Miss Brandi Hodges from the Cricket County Jonesboro Public Library. All right, so the first part of the show, we talked about some different events that Miss Brandi and other members have attended, different apps you can download, which is Axis, AXIS 360, Freegal, FREEGAL. You can access them online on a computer or on. They're actually mobile apps that I just downloaded. Actually, I want to say good morning to Miss Lachey Robinson and Miss Faith Jackson. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget, there's still time to go get library cards before school starts, because with this Axis 360 app, all kids. Well, kids of up to what age or what grade?
It's about 12 years old, and anyone can access them. Currently, we're in the Nettleton School District, and I don't know where we're going next, but we are kind of moving through the different school districts to give them also access with Axis 360 using student ID numbers.
Now, would anyone that's not in the Nettleton, can they just access the normal?
If they have a library card, anyone can access these titles. And there's some great ones on there. Yesterday, just testing it, I was at a conference and I was showing some different pre-K and young child instructors how to use it. And I checked out a Mo Willems. I love Mo Willems. He's a great children's book author. He writes books like Elephant and Piggy, and then books about this pigeon who is so sassy. we listened. I downloaded the audiobook for The Pigeon Finds a Hot Dog.
Okay.
You know, and it's this funny little pigeon, but it's basically a toddler, you know, in a pigeon's voice. In the book, it's like the pigeon needs a bath, and the pigeon's like, no, I don't. You know, so it's a good little series. But downloaded it super easy. It was really fast, and it's a really cute listen because we downloaded the audiobook.
Okay, and so I just would love for parents, caregivers to really start introducing anything dealing with language and learning to your kids. It could be something different than what they're learning in school, just to get their brains to developing and get used to different words and different sounds and things of that nature. So, all right. Are there any other back to school activities that you all are gonna either host or be participating in?
We actually do. We have already gone through a week of back to school activities. We have 3 more days.
Okay.
So today we will have bingo at 10 a.m. So in a half hour, if you are home with the kiddos, or if you're babysitting, or if you have the grandkids, I mean, you're looking for something fun to do, what's more fun than bingo?
Okay.
We will play bingo at 10 a.m. in our children's library. We will have a back to school bash today at 2 o'clock in the round room. So if, you know, I don't know exactly what's going to happen at the back to school bash, but I'm sure it will be fun and awesome. But at 2 o'clock this afternoon, we will have that event. On Thursday, we will do electronic gaming at 10 a.m. in the round room. So if your kiddos like to play video games, we'll have them up on the big screen in the round room. And then if you like the more traditional type of gaming, which I do sometimes, board games will be held tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So Friday we will have Boogie on Back, which is a fun dance event at 10 a.m. And then we'll show a family movie at 2 o'clock in the round room. If you would like to know the title of the movie that we were showing at 2 o'clock, you can stop by the library. We cannot give you the title on the radio or on the phone because it goes against our licensing agreement.
And we know all about the licensing.
So yeah, we have our licensing agreement does not allow us to say what the title is unless you're physically in the library.
All right, so it seems like the time to really come by is 10 and 2.
10 and 2?
10 and 2. There's different activities going on at the library for everyone of all age groups. And then while you're there, say the kids are doing your activity, the adults can go find one of the quiet rooms. Look, that'll be your time to get some peace and quiet. I know the kids will be going back to school on Monday, but some people are going back to their regular work schedules or whatever the case may be. Go visit the library. All right, so tell us some more activities that are going to be going on.
So we have an Elvis concert coming up on the 20th of August. So that's a week and a half. It's a Monday. A week and a half away. We will have the Good Friends Band playing. They've played for us for the past several years, and they do a very good job. They play some just classic, fun, well-known Elvis tunes. If you're an Elvis fan, if you're not an Elvis fan, this is just a great opportunity to come out to something free. It's in the library round room. We will have the concert starting at 6 o'clock until 7 o'clock right there in the library round room. We'll have chairs set out, and it's just a good time. You know, Elvis Week is held in August, and we usually try to have that concert sort of around that same time. So in addition to listening to music, you can learn to play your own music. Later that week, on Friday the 24th, we will have a Learn the Ukulele class. That is by registration only. So if you are interested in taking the Learn the Ukulele class, please call 870-935-5133. Again, 870-935-5133. That is the main library number. Speak to someone in adult services. That's the only department that can make sure you're on the list. Or stop by 315 West Oak Avenue, where we're located downtown, and stop by the information desk. You can't miss it. It's got a big blue banner around the top that's lit up, and it says information. And you stop by that desk and say, hey, I want to take the ukulele class, and they'll get you on the list. The space is limited because we only have so many ukuleles. So, I mean, that's why we have that the registration, but that is going to be on the 24th at 5:30. And we had that class this summer, and it was so popular and had so many people asking for it. They were like, we'll do it again.
All right.
So we have that class coming up. We have some teen events coming up as well. Let me pull them up really quickly so I know exactly what we're doing.
So have you wrapped up your summer series of all of the events?
We have. Actually, this weekend is our teen lock-in, which it's by invitation only, and because there's only so much room. And the reason we do that is it's for those teens who have been active participants. They've come to events. There's a list of things that they had to attend, and so many points they had to earn in order to receive an invitation for the lock-in. So that's coming up. So August events we have for teens. I know we are going to have a mock ACT test coming up on August 18th. We have, that's at 9 a.m. We have book club. Book club for teens is held on the third Saturday of every month. So if you have teens, anyone who's 13 to 17 who you like to read a book and then talk to other people about it, which I do.
I know.
So that is going to be held on the 18th at 2, and they are going to be discussing Catcher in the Rye, which, classic reading. I remember reading that when I was in high school. And then we'll have gaming also at 3 o'clock. So if the teens come at 2 for book club, they can stay on and have some gaming at 3 o'clock. If they don't want to come to book club and they want to just come to gaming, they can do that. They can do either or. And then every month we have an event called Random Fandom Friday, where they always, the teens even help choose what we're gonna random fandom. But this month they're going to show a classic 80s movie involving time travel. Michael J. Fox may or may not have been the star of it.
And again, we can't say the title, but you should know what that movie is by now. So.
We dance around it, y'all. But that's going to be Friday, August 25th, and that is usually held around 7 o'clock. Right when the library closes. But they always, it's so much fun. They had like a Back to Childhood event last year, where they played, games and watched TV shows that were popular when our teens were kids. So they wanted to do an 80s night a couple years ago, so they played like things from the 80s and games, and it was like, hey, let's go back to childhood. That's great.
Wow.
We have a lot of fun though, and we also have our ongoing events. We have book clubs. We have book clubs that meet pretty much every Tuesday. We had one that met yesterday. Next Tuesday will be the Young Adult at Heart Book Club that I lead. We are reading Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor is the book. It is a fantasy book, and there are fantasy books that are like, oh, okay, they're kind of based in reality. This one is not. It is pure straight up fantasy, and I'm really enjoying it. It's set just in a completely different kind of world. Wow. There are blue people. I mean, it's very interesting. If you're interested in getting a copy of any of our books, you can always stop by the library information desk. We have a romance book club. We have the young adult book club. We have a novel book club. They read just new, current, older, popular novels. We also have the Mike Overall Memorial / Inquiring Minds book club. They read challenging fiction and nonfiction. So we try to do a little bit something for everyone. And those are book clubs. We have exercise classes. We have Zumba has moved back to Monday nights. In the summer we moved it to Thursdays, but as of the first week of August, Zumba has moved back to Monday nights. I got that backwards, didn't I? Yes, Thursday nights. It moved from Monday to Thursday. Switch what I said. We used to always have Zumba on Monday nights, and we moved it to Thursday nights. So in the summer, it flipped back, but now it will be Thursday nights at 5:30. We offer a mind and body with Eastern Livity. It is a yoga. They do Pilates. Sometimes they do gyrokinesis. They do different ways of moving your body that uses your own body against you. So, yoga where you don't need any special equipment. You just bring yourself. The library has yoga mats that we can provide. If you don't have one, you don't have to worry about it. Just come on down and join us at 5:30 on Tuesdays. And we offer a low-impact half-hour yoga class at 12:15 on Thursdays.
Okay.
We also are going to be adding a Tai Chi class on Saturdays.
Oh, wow.
That'll be coming up in the near future.
Okay. I got an email from a professor at ASU that mentioned someone is going to be starting some Tai Chi. That'll be wonderful.
I'm excited about that because I often can't attend the classes that are held during the week because I'm busy. But Saturdays, if I'm not going to a thing for the library, I may have to pop in and Tai Chi.
Okay. Alrighty. You're tuned into Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, and we're speaking with Miss Brandi Hodges from the Craighead County Jonesboro Public Library. And, she's just trying to encourage everyone to check out some books, download some music, like really take an active interest in your learning, your child's learning, and learning for fun. There are a lot of things to do for fun. Learning can be fun. Reading can be fun. You never know what effect it will have on your child if you start exposing them to reading early, or even audiobooks early. It can increase their language skills. It increase their creativity. It can increase their imagination. They can become more, how can you say, strategic. That's not the word I'm looking for.
It just better, any language that a child hears early better prepares them for reading themselves. I mean, when they have that vocabulary starting early on, when they're constantly even just talking to your baby and singing to your baby, they're hearing words. And we will begin our fall story times in September.
Okay.
And if you have a child who's not in school and you're able to bring them, we do offer some evening story times on usually Mondays, sometimes on Tuesdays at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the fall schedule will be, but our story times are for all ages. So the only specified story times we have are our Lapsit story times, but those are for the youngest library visitors.
Okay.
So if you've got a baby, or if you've got a grandbaby, or you're babysitting for someone who's working during the day, this is a great opportunity to let them begin learning. Here's something fun that I'm learning all the time. I just learned in the past 2 weeks. I went to two daycares with Miss Sloan, who's one of our children's librarians, because I wanted to see what it was like. We go to so many daycares and child care facilities in the area that those kids, because, we're both at work during the day, and if we had tiny children, we wouldn't be able to take them to story time. And so we understand that, and we know that there are a lot of families who are in the same situation because we work during the day. So we take the story time out of the building.
Okay.
We go all over the place providing story times for these facilities. And what I learned is that it's not the way it is at the library. Is you come to story time, and I love story time. You come to story time and you're going to hear a story or two or three that are around a theme. Say it's bugs.
Okay.
We're going to have a story about bugs, and then we're going to sing some songs. We're going to do a craft, things like that. And it's more like a fun environment. Okay. Not that it's not fun at the child care facilities, but they learn something. A lot of times you'll learn something here and there, but it's not as profound as it is going to these child care facilities as it was. Our Miss Sloan, she did one on music.
Okay.
And she had the kids count as they went. She would say, "What's this instrument? What's this animal? What's this color?"
Okay.
And would have them repeat it back to her, which it's every little thing you can do with kids makes a difference.
Okay.
You're making a difference.
So instead of just popping them in front of a screen or letting them aimlessly do whatever they want on a device, make it strategic, make it intentional, make learning intentional.
Exactly.
It could be fun, but intentional at the same time. And they don't know that they're necessarily learning. Then they may get excited and say, "Oh, guess what I just heard? Guess what I just read?" Foster that conversation between you and your child. It's never too early. And you like to use the word. What's the word you like to use all the time?
Oh my goodness, I don't even know.
Fungication.
Fungicational. That's right. I'm like, there's so many. I was looking through my email, seeing if I had, I'm not just ignoring everyone and looking on my phone. I don't see the email I had. They sent me an email the Children's Library did early in the summer, and I can't recall the numbers. Okay. But the amount of craft pieces that we make to send out to all of the places that we go is, it's like an unbelievable number. Okay. Because it's just, we do so many daycares and so many child care facilities that, you know, we see every child. We make a craft. You know, say there are 4 classes of 20 kids. We have a craft prepared for every child. Wow. You know, and that, it takes time and it takes a lot of creativity from our children's librarians. The staff we have at the library, I always like to brag on them a little bit. They are so talented. We are getting ready because the library will have a booth space out at the Northeast Arkansas District Fair coming up in September. And I always like to do something that is animal or, you know, fair related. Okay. So this year we're doing finger puppets of bunnies, of course, because we try to pick animals that you could maybe see. Okay. So we're going to do bunnies and ducks. Okay. And kids will get to make a little finger puppet of a bunny or a duck. But I go to Miss Carol, who's in our children's library, because she is the craft genius. And you're like, hey, Miss Carol, I'm trying to come up with something that we can use. And she's just on top of things. Wow. Everyone who works in our library is so good at the job that they have. Everyone does such a great job. And if you have a question, they do their best to answer it. Coming up, we try to do things to encourage creativity. Speaking of creativity, I know we're coming up on that break, but we have an art and craft fair coming up. It is, it's today the 8th. Yes. It's a month from today, okay. September 8th, on the front lawn of the library, and we're currently looking for creativity. Okay. So if you are an artist, a crafter, anyone who makes stuff themselves, everything you will see in our show, if you're a shopper, anything you see in our show was handmade or upcycled. Wow. So if you take something that is something and you make it into something else, say you take furniture and you strip the paint off of it and you do something new with it, if it's upcycled, okay. That is something that you had a hand in, so it counts. If you make jewelry, if you knit, if you paint, if you draw, we want to support local artisans. Okay. We also want people to come to the library for a fun event. So, that's right. But we are currently seeking applicants. You can apply online at libraryinjonesboro.org/AOTL_application. Arts on the Lawn. Arts on the Lawn. The AOTL_application. Okay. We also have the link on our Facebook page that you can find in order to apply. You can also come in the building, 315 West Oak Avenue, and drop off. Ask to speak to me, Brandi. Hopefully I'm there and not out and about. But ask to fill out a paper application. Okay. We have had some issues with our website recently, and it's hard to find things currently. So if you have any questions, Hodges at libraryinjonesboro.org is my email address. Okay. You can just email me. All right, so you're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. Go visit the library, download some books, download some music, get those babies and tweens and teens to reading and learning. School is right around the corner, but it's still never too early. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. You want to help that family member in need, but you don't exactly have money to just give away. Here are tips from Black Enterprise to help you decide whether to make that loan or hold on to your money. Don't be an enabler. If your relative is unwilling to talk about living beyond their means and does not seem genuinely interested in creating a spending plan, you are enabling them. You should also never tap into money earmarked for retirement and education savings. Who else would be affected by the loan? Make sure you discuss this decision with your family and other dependents before you make the loan so that you can make the choice together. What impacts you impacts them. Also, Get real about the fact that if you give a relative, or anyone else for that matter, money, you are unlikely to get it back. Think of it as a gift and talk to your accountant about the IRS codes for gift giving. And if you can't afford the gift, you can't afford the loan. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Money Matters is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
Hello, I'm Officer Victoria Evans. I have always had a desire to help others in need and to be an example and role model to young women by encouraging them to never give up on their dreams. My dream was to become a police officer and to serve my community. In 2016, that dream became a reality, and it is the most rewarding experience of my life. Now I want to let you know about the same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing every month for patrol officers. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com or at the Police Department, 1001 South Caraway Road. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information is available at 870-935-5657.
Check out the Dorinda Clark Cole Radio Show every Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. Listen as Dorinda plays the very best in contemporary gospel music and interviews all of your favorite gospel artists. The Dorinda Clark Cole Radio Show every Sunday at 4 p.m. on KLEK 102.5 FM.
The Epic Center, located at 1899 Hasbrook Road, County Road 333, is Jonesboro's newest venue for entertainment for the entire family. They offer an auditorium with theater-style seating for up to 1,100 guests, a large stage, professional lighting and sound, dressing rooms, concessions, and more. Available for weddings, concerts, pageants, birthday parties, showers, and more. Booking and other information is available at Epic Center Jonesboro on Facebook, epiccenterjonesboro.com, and at 870-530-5841.
Meineke of Jonesboro is now Starks Auto Service, a full-service auto repair and vehicle maintenance center offering engine and transmission repair, brake service, tires, oil changes, and more, performed by ASE certified mechanics. Starks Auto Service, 2813 South Caraway Road in Jonesboro, 870-204-7112. Starks Auto Service, Jonesboro.com.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're speaking with Miss Brandi Hodges from the Craig County Jonesboro Public Library. So during this last segment, I'm going to let Miss Brandi wrap up any final information that we didn't get to cover and recap on some things we did cover in case you missed the beginning of the show.
So I'll start with the most current. We have back to school activities going on. Today we're doing bingo at 10 and a back to school party, a back to school bash at 2 o'clock. Tomorrow on Thursday at 10 we'll have electronic gaming. Then at 2 o'clock we have traditional board games. And then on Friday we are going to have a boogie on back dance party at 10 a.m. And then at 2 o'clock we'll show a family movie. If you would like the title of the movie that we're showing, please stop by the library. We're not allowed to give that information out over the phone, but just stop by the library and be like, hey, what movie are y'all showing tomorrow? And they'll be happy to tell you. Those are events happening right now. Those are the only events in the children's library we'll have this month because we're gearing up for fall. We'll be going back to the daycare and child care facilities. We are starting, we've always taken books out to those, and we're doubling our efforts hopefully this fall. We also have events coming up on the 18th for teens. We'll have a mock ACT test that morning. We have book club at 2 and gaming at 3. On the 20th we have an Elvis concert at 6 o'clock in the library round room. So if you want to grab your blue suede shoes and come on to the do the jailhouse rock in the library round room, you can do that on the 20th. We have a great band, the Good Friends Band, playing that event for us. On the 24th we have a ukulele class. If you would like to learn the ukulele, this is a great event to attend, but you must pre-register by calling 870-935-5133. Well, I don't know what the extension is. The Adult Services Department. You can also stop at 315 West Oak Avenue to sign up for that event at the information desk. Let's see. You can get a library card with your photo ID. If your photo ID does not have your current mailing address on it, you can just bring in a piece of mail or a lease or anything that would have your ID or your address on it. It's super easy peasy. You must be a Craighead or Poinsett County resident. What's awesome about that is, you know, if you really, really, really want to read a book or check out a DVD that is not in Jonesboro, and you see on our online database that it is in Caraway, all you have to do is request that movie or that book, and the next couple days it'll show up at whatever library you're located at. If you're in our Craighead Poinsett County library system, and it's a courier service that we provide. You can download apps Libby, Freegal, and Access 360 to access free music and access to books. We also have our Art and Craft Fair coming up a month from today on September 8th. If you are someone who likes arts and crafts, it is themed Space Fight. So it will have, you know, that kind of space warrior theme. If it's something that you like to just come and buy arts and crafts, the holidays are coming up. We have a lot of vendors who in their application have some fall themed things and things of that nature. If you're looking early for Christmas presents or birthday presents, it's a perfect opportunity to buy something that is handmade
and one of a kind.
And if you're someone who makes these kind of pieces, through this Friday at 5 o'clock we are accepting applications.
I always love to encourage people to shop local, buy local, support your local people, because they're going to put the money right back into the community, and it's just going to continue to grow.
And a lot of these people, maybe they've never had a booth before. The library likes to provide an opportunity for people to get started. You know, maybe you've never tried to sell anything before, but people say, oh my gosh, I just love your wreaths, or you make such pretty headbands. This is a great opportunity, because what's the price of having a booth at the library? $0.
All right. So please mark your calendar, and you can also access all of this information on the website. So tell us the website one more time.
You can go to www.libraryinjonesboro.org. You can find the art application there. You can find Libby and Access 360. You can also, whenever you're in the library building in Jonesboro or Harrisburg, you can use Ancestry.com for free, which is a great way to look up your family history.
All right, so much to do, so much to experience at the library for everyone of all ages. The whole family can go out and enjoy. Start going to the library, make it a family affair, and then when you get home, talk about the books you checked out, or I don't know,
watch a movie together that you checked out on DVD at the library.
Yes, I really want to go get some older movies. I'm kind of stuck in the 90s, so I want to start finding some of those old cult classics. We thank everyone for tuning in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I've been your host, Kobila Jones, with my special guest, Brandi Hodges.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas.